So we're here with Mickey Hart. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Excellent. Tell me about the solo tour.
Well, we're building up to it. You know, it's going to be quite an interesting band and a great tour, and it's finally come around. It's been 2 years in the making.
Oh yeah?
And it's about the cosmos. It's about the transferring of the light waves from the epic events from the universe into sound and having a conversation with them.
Which you've been doing for 40-something years, right?
Oh yeah, but certainly for 40-something years. Indeed, yeah. No, but these are the real epic events of the universe translated into sound. It's, you know, it's not just a space. You know, it's not like drums in space, but it does have certain overtones, I would have to say.
So who is going to be with you in this one?
Well, you have to stand by for that. It's going to be a revolving cast.
Yeah.
Certainly some people you know and love.
Good. Excellent.
We'll break it all out when we get to New York.
Are you going to do anything? I live in Boston area. Anything coming up near Boston? And there isn't anything scheduled so far.
New York City. But I'm just feeling it out.
Yeah, see what happens.
I mean, we're just checking it out. But then next year we'll do major touring.
Good.
This is kind of just like a pro.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. You seem like you just love what you do. That's one thing I've noticed watching you on stage and reading about you, and it's just like you fell into something that you love. I mean, how cool is that?
Very cool. I feel very fortunate, and it humbles me, if that's possible. Yeah, well, you know, I really don't have much choice, because that's the way I feel, and I follow in the muse, and the muse is following me, or whatever. So I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I want to do is, you know, make music, and that's always been the case. It's just, I'm coded for it, you know. I just love it. It's life. Music is life for me. And it's the way I do good, and it's the way that keeps me healthy and makes me love, and like, you know, it's everything. It's all the good stuff isn't contained in the sound. So I've been chasing that feeling, you know, since 3 years old, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's been a long run.
And lots of different things. You seem like you're always pushing it forward, doing something different. You're not going to settle for what you've done before.
Well, I love what I've done before, but I can't keep doing it over and over again. It's like eating the same meal.
Right.
You know, I mean, even if it's a great meal, you know, playing the same songs, eating the same meal is really boring.
Right. But once in a while, you want that pizza.
Oh yeah, sure. Once in a while,
yeah.
I love it. But you know, it can't be on a daily basis, because you can't be enthused really putting everything you have into something that's old.
But on the other hand, what I've found that's so interesting is I've been out at this festival, Gathering of the Vibes, for the last couple of days. There's all these young bands who are playing Grateful Dead music, and people have covered it for years. There was this dedicated album that came out 20 years ago, and people like Jane's Addiction and Elvis Costello played on that. So it seems like this music is going to live on beyond us, beyond people like me who enjoy it and people like you who made it.
Well, somehow it resonates with the younger generation and other people, and that's really gratifying. You know, you never can tell about that, but I know I bled over it, and creating it was a joy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really, really cool to see people turned on to it and taking it beyond, you know, where we took it in another way. You know, I mean, you know, being the godfathers of it, you know, the creators of it, you can imagine how it feels. It's like, you know, it's like your children growing up and doing great things in the world and taking the music to the next generations. That's what it's all about. And yeah, then it'll live forever, you know.
Right, I think it will.
And that's the only way that things go on. You know, music is forever, but when you plant that seed and you nurture it, you know, for all those years, it's really gratifying to see, you know, other people getting its feeling, you know, because that's what the music was intended, was to raise consciousness and to give a great feeling to life.
Right.
So I look at all of these offshoots, or these new, it's more like new growth.
Yes.
And that's how I don't see them as copy bands.
No,
or,
they're reinterpreting, it seems to me.
And it's a reinterpretation, and it's their own band. They're making it their own music, and then they'll go on. Some of them have their own music, and they're just honoring it, and others base their music on that content. And then sooner or later they'll move from that and go on to something else, and they'll leave behind all the good vibes for others to fall on. You know, so. You know, I mean, with Hunter's words and the Grateful Dead spirit embedded in that music, it's hard to, you know, not find something in there that is really appealing to me.
One last question. So I watched, my first show was 1979, and last time I saw you was over here at Gathering of the Vibes. Can you hear Billy think? You guys are like joined in every note. It's fantastic to watch you. I go up and get as close as I can and zoom in and just watch you work. It's just incredible.
Well, it's intuitive now. I mean, because we've been doing it so long, so it's really a deep feeling. You know, if you start thinking about it, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's more a psychic connection. It's more, it's more of a deeper love kind of DNA joined at the hip kind of thing. Because if you think, like I say, you're a little, there's a latency there, you're behind.
Yeah.
We've just been in the pocket so long, we know each other really well that there really isn't any thinking.
Yeah.
You know, when we make slight adjustments, minute adjustments all night, but it's, we're not in competition, and it has nothing to do with any of that. So we do this for the best reasons, because we know together we're more powerful.
Well, thank you for doing it, and thank you for continuing to do it.
Thanks for asking.